Girl, look, Dr. Heavenly finally jumped down off her square and apologized, and we just ready to move on. Y'all ready to talk about it? Cue the music! Oh yes, bitches and hoes, I'm back.
I'll drop a player like it's nothing, it ain't working out. Now no debate or fuck discussion, bitch, I'm walking out. My time is money, I ain't loving, let you toast it out. Flip my weave and walk it out, look how I just boast it out. Now come on baby, why you bugging, we can't talk it out. I keeps it moving, I ain't tripping, lost another spouse. I'm just the boss, it's in my blood, no I won't scream or shout. Grabbing my keys.
Cause oh yes, bitches and hoes, I'm back. Back with another video. We here to discuss Married to Medicine. I forgot the episode and all that. But let's just call it Dr. Heavenly finally apologized. Look, your name is Heavenly Kinds, for God's sake. Have some sort of heaven about you, Heavenly. Finally, you done came around. Let's get into the episode. So the episode opens up. Dr. Jackie's FaceTiming her husband, asking what the hell he doing, making sure he ain't cheating again. Dr. Simone is over there asking Contessa how they gonna move forward. Because Contessa was like, look, girl, I'm not gonna let this girl mess my trip up. Talking about Heavenly, that is. I want to move on a positive note and do well and have a great trip. Basically, that's what we gonna do. Like Dr. Simone said, girl, look, we gonna need an intervention from Jesus at this point because these girls is just a mess. Quad is over there talking to Anila, and she basically says she understands both sides of it, but she feels like they both need to take accountability. The way they ambushed Heavenly was wrong, and then Heavenly is wrong for talking about people. That's just that. Like Anila said, girl, I'm ready to get dressed. I ain't got time for this because they got to get ready for dinner. They go down there, get ready for dinner, and they come downstairs. And let me just say, Dr. Simone with the bodysuit, girl, when I say you slayed Dr. Simone. Girl, look, you look good, fat. I don't know if you had your drawers on with the booty on, but you looked good. You slayed that Versace. I don't know if it was Versace or Menacci, but you slayed it, girl. You did. Shout out to Dr. Simone for slaying that damn bodysuit. So they get in the limo, and they arrive to the restaurant, and it's like a restaurant inside of the casino or whatever. Dr. Simone said, listen, this place is very expensive, very exclusive. This is not for the regular girls. When I'm taking these girls, this is all, this is something different, next level. A lot of the hoes don't get to do this. But Dr. Simone done set it up for for good. So they get to this doggone little lounge area or whatever. They're having conversations. And basically, Dr. Contessa says she wants to apologize to the girls for losing her temper earlier. Early on in the trip. She was like, it's wrong for me to have done that and ruined everybody's trip. So for that, I would like to apologize to the girls. Now, doggone Toya is over there saying, I hope y'all ain't expecting one from Heavenly because that will never happen, ever. Heavenly don't apologize for a goddamn thing. She ain't gonna do it. Anyway, Dr. Simone tells the girls, listen, I'm going to need some info from y'all for my book because, we're going to play a little game and I need to find out what y'all take is on this, whole marriage thing because I'm writing this book and I really would like for y'all to, have a little input in it. Are you paying? Are you giving them writer's credits? That's the question we need to ask Dr. Simone. Heavenly is over there hollering, I ain't got no dirt to give you on the marriage because my marriage is clean. I can't give you no dirt where there ain't none. Girl, please. Let's move on. The chef comes and gets them and bring them to the back. And Quiet is acting thirsty and flirting with that man. Now, granted, I probably would have flirted too, but I would have looked for the ring first. God damn. Like Toya was saying, that man is married. Now, you know the rumor about you, Quiet. Tread light, fat. Tread light. They already got that rumor out about you messing with them people husbands. Stop flirting with these people husbands. That's not cool. Because Anila said that man is married. Anyway, Dr. Contessa and Dr. Simone basically say they live with chefs. Basically, their husbands be cooking. Was it Contessa and Simone? No, it was Simone and Toya. Well, Eugene cook his ass off, as we can see. But yeah, they say they basically live with chefs and their husbands will be really enjoying this place. They start dinner. And Contessa is in her confessional saying, look, I'm supposed to be on this diet with the training and all that, but, the way my mouth and my body set up, it's hard for me to do right, girl. So I don't know. I might just have to chuck this one and break all the rules, Now, it's time to play the Q&A game called Spill the Tea. You pull a card out and you ask the question to the ladies around the room, right? And everybody have their answers. So, boom. The first question is, I think no, it wasn't her. Who was it? Oh, the first question is, would you like a quickie or what? Do women rather quickies or marathons? Everybody was like, well, it kind of depends. Quad said she want both. Also with a little pressure applied around the neck. She said that's why she had that choker on in the confessional, because she like a little choke every now and again. I'm with you, quiet, so do I. That's me, yeah. But she said she likes a little pressure around the neck, as you should. Heavenly's question is if it's hard for a woman, or is it hard in a marriage, something like that, when the woman is the breadwinner? Toya responds, well, it depends on his basically manhood, depends on that. Like if he feels like a man, it would be an issue in the marriage. Other than that, you're fine. So now them two go into a back and forth. Basically, like Heavenly said, and she didn't lie, Toya, you would not have married Eugene if he didn't have no money. So stop the cap talking about it can and it can't. Because you the same person who practicing hypergamy, you saying don't exist. Basically. So she was just like, no, you know, Heavenly's very traditional. She said the man is supposed to be the breadwinner. That's just what it is. Now, Toya get in her confession and said, well, if that's the case, Dr. Daddy Damon needs to get another job because you are the breadwinner. Now, let me find out, Heavenly, is you supporting that breadwinning for the family? Dr. Heavenly, we want to know what's going on. We need to know. Anyway, let's move on. We move to the second course. So now it's time for the second course, and that fish looked so good. Oh, my God, I would love to eat something like that. Oh, that fish was so good. Anyway, Dr. Jackie pulls her question, and her question is it okay for your husband to have a female friend? Most of them have people saying, hell no, I'm your friend. You don't need no friend. But Dr. Simone took it upon herself and said it depends. Now, you know they was messing, played the flashback of her getting a divorce behind her husband, best friend. Girl, like the people saying, Dr. Simone, you doing too much. You're lying. Now you just talking for the camera. That we were there. We coached you back into your marriage behind that girl. What is you saying? But Dr. Simone wants to clear it up. She said, that's not what I'm saying. It's just a boundaries thing. Hell, his mama, his daughter, anybody, friend, sister, cousin, everybody needs to have boundaries when it comes to my marriage. She said Cecil's problem was he wanted to be the cool guy. He wanted to be the guy, oh, look what Cecil did. You know, he was too busy trying to please other people and not deal with his wife. I understand it. It's just funny coming from you seeing this. We almost watched y'all get a divorce behind his so-called best friend. The one that he claimed he loves. We saw it on the flashback. I ain't really care for that. Anyway, she just wants people to respect her boundaries, as you should. Now, the next one is, what are symptoms of a dysfunctional marriage? Contessa feels like it's different for everybody, right? What's good for you may not be good for me, and vice versa. Contessa, you will be the one to answer that question because you are in a dysfunctional marriage. Was these questions pre-planned? Because I'm starting to feel like that. I feel like they were pre-planned. But basically, yeah, Contessa said everybody different, but nobody else's opinion should come in your head when you're dealing with your marriage. She said, because listen, me and my husband dated long distance. And when I moved in with him, it was like being with a brand new person. And I'm so glad all the other women had to say, girl, it's like that if y'all live together, like Dr. Simone said, if y'all lived in the same state. I'm sorry. Because let me tell you something, you will never know a person until they move in. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. You could talk to this person 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You will not know a person until you move in. So it don't matter if he was long distance or short distance, child. You was going to go through the same growing pains. All the girls was giving all the stuff they didn't know about their husbands. And most of it was how trifling they was. But you know, typically men are like that. That's typically how it goes. But yeah, it ain't you, fat. That's everybody. Everybody figures out what the hell's going on together in the household. Now, the next question is what were you surprised about before marriage? And Toya said what I had already been thinking this whole time since we seen Dr. Eugene. She said she thought the penis was going to get bigger. If I was Dr. Eugene, I would have divorced your ass for blasting me on a nationally syndicated television show. I don't even know if that's right, but on national TV. Have you lost your mind? Now, everybody going to be saying, no, oh, and Dr. Eugene, he big too. I just imagine it being like a little Vienna sausage. You know, like them little, y'all ever had meatballs and sometimes they throw them little wieners in there? You know what I'm saying? I'm imagining it now like them little wieners. And then he got all the fat around it, and that's just what it's giving me now. Why did you give me that visual, Toya? We did not want to hear that. Now I got to look at Eugene, and whenever I eat meatballs again, I'm going to think about Dr. Eugene. That's cool. That's cool. Quiet then asks if you're married, how long is too long when it pertains to masturbation? Because Quiet says she does it twice a day. She got this little thing that sucks on her clit, and it is for the guards. And thank God for the inventor. Send me that information. But anyway, Dr. Jackie says, no, Simone says it's not good to masturbate too much because you're not allowing your partner to grow with you. Basically, if you keep sucking on the clit and having the thing suctioning you up and everything, the man ain't gonna be able to do nothing to you, fat. It's gonna be broke when it comes to the man. Toya disagrees. Toya was like, that is not true. Hell what the doctor said, who look at cats all day. To hell with them. That's not true. And Dr. Heavenly said, listen, doctor or no doctor, if Toya talking to you about sex, whatever she said, believe it. That's what she was trying to basically say, that girl was a hoe. Anyway, they bring out money for the last course because they're going on down there to the strip club. This is where Dr. Heavenly met her life. Yeah, looking at all that. See, that Dr. Daddy don't look like that. Dr. Daddy Diamond don't look like that. So now she's up there looking crazy. But get on in a limo. So they get in the limo, and Anila asked everybody if they're going to tell their husbands they went to the strip club. And Heavenly said, no, basically some shit you just don't share with your husband. Toya called Eugene to tell Eugene she on the way to the strip club, and Eugene said, I don't give a damn, get off my line. As he should. Quad then makes the joke when he hangs up and say he's in the Lil Dick Mafia. And girl, now you want to backpedal, Toya. You're talking about, my husband's thing is not small. It's big enough to fit in this right here. It is not small. Girl, you already said it. You can't take it back. I'm sorry. It's done. It's done. It's above us now. It's above us now. It's small. We said what we said. It's done. It's done. Girl, like Quad said, that ain't what you said, girl. You said it was a small one, and we gonna continue to call him put him in the Lil Dick Mafia. We might make him president. Let's take a vote on it. Anyway, Contessa asked, with her nasty freaky ass, you know, Contessa a freak. Contessa a freak. Because her question was, if you could swap husbands with anybody, who would it be? And Toya, with all her Patron in her system, said, I would do Dr. Karen. That's Anila's husband. Because he looked like he got a long, hard thing. Yeah. More confirmation that Dr. Eugene penis is like a little, you know. Oh, look at it. You know. Oh, fat. And Anila was like, yeah, it is long and hard. I could see that. Because the way he dropped his nuts on Dr. Eugene, it gave big dick energy. It gave me BDE. I'm sorry. It was BDE. Capital BDE. I agree. I believe you. I believe Dr. Karen is over there putting it down as he should. Dr. Karen, I need an appointment. Anyway, they laugh so hard that Neela pees on herself. And like Dr. Jackie said, listen, girl, when you have them churn and the bladder be sitting low, girl, sometimes you pee on yourself. It is what it is. Anila, wipe your cat. Let's move on. They arrive to the club. MC comes out. That's the MC dude right here. And basically, they over there giving Jackie a big problem because they like she's being approved. Like, girl, get up and get out and get something. Girl, have fun. Enjoy all the sexy men. Personally, I don't like male strippers. I think they gyrate too feminine for me. And I don't know if it's just me, but I don't like male strippers. I don't never want to be anywhere where I'm looking at male strippers. It's not my thing. But to each his own. I'd rather go see the girls. At least you get a show, and women have sexier bodies. I don't know. I just don't like male strippers. I just don't. It just don't really do it for me. Y'all ever wonder, then on the flip side, y'all ever wonder when you look around with male strip clubs, the type of women who be in there? I'm going to leave that for y'all to just observe on your own. Anyway, yeah, I'm not really big on that. So basically, the guy comes out. And this dude, first they send out these dudes that are supposed to be airmen. And look at Contessa. Woo! Thank you for your service. Contessa, thank you for your service. You was in the Navy, but you know what you're doing, girl. Tell me, thank you for your service. Jackie get on the mic and says, listen. Not Jackie. Simone gets on the mic and says, listen, your secret is safe with us, but it's about to go down. Now, here come this dude. His name is King. And his penis was about as long as my own. And it was sticking out like that. And I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I wasn't squinting. I was like the other girls. I was like Anila said, is that his dick? Yeah, girl. That's what that was. That was his thing. Yeah, that was his thing. The girls are in shock. Quad said they need to be reserved at this point because this is going on too long. Jackie didn't put on her glasses because she needs to see better. There we go. There we go, Jackie. Jackie done came up out of there. Jackie put on the glasses and said, let me just in case I can't see. Girl, that thing was so long you could have saw it from down here in Atlanta all the way up there in Vegas. Girl, you could have saw it, but you wanted a good 20/20 vision. I get it. So Dr. Jackie says basically big peen can be dangerous, and it can. If y'all ever had big peen, it can be dangerous and it's uncomfortable. Because most of the dudes with the big old peens don't know how to work it. And they be jabbing up your whole cervix and all that. And you wondering why the lower belly is hurting on you. Don't ask me how I know, but I'm just saying that it's dangerous. Heavenly gets called on stage, and she said this isn't appropriate for what a wife to do because all these men is basically about to dance for her. I was about to say something real bad. Baby Simone taped Heavenly on that stage getting danced on by these men, and like Simone said, baby, this is my footage. I ain't giving it away, and this is my tape on her. We done finally got a tape on her. So now they leave them, and they get in the limo. Drunk as a skunk. Now on the flip side, the guys go plan to work out. Cecil, with all these activities for these men, thought that it would be good for them to go boxing. Girl, y'all old ass ain't ready for that. So he got the guys down there. They want to go boxing and, do a little 1-2 or whatever. But Eugene basically gives a story with him and Toya in the confessional saying that he remembered that time Toya bit him when he was fighting. And she was like, well, I had to do that, and he was like, no, you can't. Like, you're not going to manhandle me. It's a fight. Girl, I don't want to hear about that. The guys, Cecil thought they were just going to be doing a 1-2, but it's a full-on workout. Dr. Damon said he don't really be into boxing like that, but, if danger arises, he's going to be there, and he's just going to go hard. I believe you, Dr. Daddy. I believe you. But they all asses can't hang with them damn workouts. Eugene and Kieran, Dr. Kieran are doggone paired up. So Dr. Eugene and Dr. Kieran are paired up to spar. How did this happen? I have no idea. But they paired up to spar. And Eugene was like hitting him for real. Even Dr. Kieran was like, wait a minute, I had to wonder, are we sparring or not? He really did hit me for real. He probably really was trying to get his leg back because he can't do it no other way. That's just sad. But the guys sit down after being tired, and Cecil say he guarantees they won't let him plan any more outings. You know what? The axe throwing and this, no, they don't want you playing no more either. Cecil brings up the last time they did the axes. I'm sorry, not. So Cecil asked if they talk to their wives. None of the guys were like, yeah, we talked to them, but hell, let them have fun out there in Vegas. We ain't really trying to get them back too soon. So then the guy says they in bed. All the guys have the same consistency, basically. Like, when my wife is gone, it's peace and quiet. I get to sleep in. I get to be lazy, throw stuff on the floor, scratch my butt. The 1-2s that we normally get to do. But Cecil brings up, the time that they went to throw axes and basically tried to start up a conversation between Karen and Eugene. And Eugene basically says that they in a good space. If they had been boxing earlier, right after the shit, he probably would have knocked Dr. Karen out. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? But Toya feels like in her confession, maybe the women need to go on a boxing event. I agree. Because the only tea we really got from Married to Medicine was that time that Mariah drugged your ass, Toya. That was funny. I remember that episode. Let's move on. We move to the next scene. The women is telling their husbands what happened at the strip club, FaceTiming them and everything. And Contessa calls her trainer and said, yeah, fat, I fucked up. And the trainer said, you know what? I figured you would. We gonna get on it when you get back. Girl, he gonna have your ass starving. Can I mention, Dr. Contessa's body is freaking amazing. In that red dress, Dr. Contessa, oh, she killed it. That lady fine as hell. Anyway, Dr. Jackie calls her assistant to tell her about them in the strippers and all that stuff and said she gonna need an anointment after that. Girl, the lady said, call me back, like that boy on Instagram be doing. So now they setting up for the breakfast. This is what's good about doctors, girl. They had doctors come in with the IV, so if you was hungover, they gonna put you some fluid up in you so you won't be hungover no more. I need them kind of friends. They setting up for breakfast. It's Dr. Simone, Dr. Heavenly, and Dr. Jackie, and they are hell bent on making sure Toya got her damn bacon. Toya, leave that damn bacon alone, please. But they finally got the bacon, and basically Simone said this is going to be the best trip, or would have been the best trip, and we going to drop it like it's hot. The old women got down to their knees, and all I heard was cracking, popping, and everything else. So basically the girls come in, they getting hooked up to their IV. Anita says she want one for sure. This is the good thing about being around doctors. They bring up the fact that Toya and Jackie had sex last night. Toya got her big, nice ass up on Jackie and was humping, and I was like, oh, let me find out you had a shot, Dr. Jackie. Toya booty is nice. I like it. And it's real. I like Toya booty. Go ahead on Toya for the real booties. Real booties matter. But anyway, yeah, they was humping and dry humping and whatnot. And Jackie was like, that is not true. But we got the footage, Dr. Jackie. Anyway, Dr. Heavenly, no, Kawhi arrives, I'm sorry. And then Dr. Heavenly asked Simone for the video from last night so she could edit and post it. Dr. Simone said, hell no, you will never get this. She said, if anything, this is what I should do. I should invite everybody over and put it up on the big screen for everybody to see. But see, I'm not going to call it an intervention. We just going to have it up for everybody to see. Why is y'all starting this up again? Like Kwai said, girl, look, it's high key shade at this point, girl. Let it go, let it go. We move on. Simone, oh, we already said that. Heavenly basically tells Contessa, listen, I want to apologize. It was never my intention to hurt you. She starts crying. Contessa starts crying. And I'm tired of everybody crying. Because it's just like, again, nobody cares about your intentions. Nobody cares about your intentions, only the outcome. Period. And you kept playing them damn videos and talking about these girls. Now you and Contessa crying together. Y'all back friends. Girl, be friends. I don't care about it no more at this point. But Heavenly basically says she has issues with the way she laughs. Like, she laughs when she's nervous because of her childhood trauma. Here we go with more childhood trauma. Like Kwai said, it's cool, but at the end of the day, you got to stop making jokes and talking about your friends like that. Like, that's not okay. You can't use your childhood trauma for everything. You have to start doing better. You know, you got to just do better. But basically says Heavenly says she's nervous. She laughs when she's nervous. Heavenly's apology started off a little rough because she said, if I hurt you, and then she said, no, I did. I said things and I done things that was wrong to you. I apologize. I love you. I hope you forgive me. Contessa forgives her. Kwai said, don't do this shit no more. You're on your last leg. But Kwai, what is you gonna say when you find out on the reunion that she started the rumor on TV Land that you was out there sleeping with them people's husband? I would like to know that. Yeah. Like Heavenly said, she's a work in progress. And Toya basically saying she don't know if she gonna trust Heavenly. Nobody should, because even Heavenly said, it sure was fun talking about you, heifers, and don't do it no more. Don't do it. So they pack up and it's time to go on about their business. That was the end of the episode, girl. Listen, Married to Medicine, I don't know, these fights are so fake. These arguments and all this stuff, it's just so fake. It's really giving, like, it's upset me and my homegirls. But I'm going to still talk about it. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about Heavenly and Contessa getting back together. I guess. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on TikTok, and I'll see you hoes later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo dog time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.